We begin in Hong Kong, where a court order restricting protests at the airport has been extended ahead of mass demonstration planned for this weekend. Anti-government groups are planning to target Hong Kong's international airport again from tomorrow and are urging travelers to increase pressure on the airport. So it looks like the city will likely face a 12th weekend of protests. Kicking things off tonight is a 40-kilometer human chain in a peaceful act of protest paying homage to the Baltic Way. That was a symbolic event exactly 30 years ago, where an estimated 2 million people across 3 Baltic states, Estonia, Latvia and Lithuania, joined hands to call for independence from the Soviet Union. Organizers today have clarified they are not seeking independence in Hong Kong. Dubbed Hong Kong Way, today's chain aims to run along 3 major MTR stations. As you can see right behind me, these are now live pictures from Hong Kong. And joining us from Tsim Sha Tsui is Wei Du. Wei, what is the turnout looking like so far, and how has it been so far?
Yeah, Glenn, I'm right now on the Victoria Harbour waterfront. This is the most iconic setting of Hong Kong. The music you're hearing right now, that's not from the protesters, so that's from the Victoria Harbour light show. So certainly a stunning backdrop for this protest movement. In the last hour or so, hundreds, if not a couple thousands of protesters have turned up here very quickly. Initially, we had been worried about the turnout, but right now that's not looking like a problem at all. In fact, there are so many people here, organizers that have come over to try to spruce out this human chain, so this chain could link up with the chain of protesters in Hong Kong that way and up on the other direction, going into TST all the way to Mongkok. We don't know yet whether now we have a 40-kilometer unbroken human chain, but it seems from the Telegram group, the organizers are still having some trouble directing people from where there are just too many of them to locations that still need more bodies. But certainly a very good turnout from what we're looking at tonight. And remember, this is really a show, of course, from the peaceful, rational camp of the protest movement. This week, after that chaos at the airport a week ago, this week has really been about returning the protest movement to a non-violent path. And so far, it seems to be the case. The organizers have advised the protesters not to block traffic and not to impede other people. And they've also told them that if there's any signs of chaos, people should simply leave. Guys?
Yeah, Wei, we can see a lot of people turning out tonight, and we understand it's not going to be stopping either for the demonstrations to be carrying on through the weekend, and the airport is perhaps another location. Now, what do you know about protesters' plans?
Yeah, there are 2 protests tomorrow and 2 more on Sunday. Actually, these organized protests, perhaps as a gesture of goodwill from the police, they've all received police permits. But what could potentially be a problem is the plan to retake the airport tomorrow morning, because as you know, and as we've reported previously, the airport has a court injunction. That means that anyone who breaks into the airport at this point is not just liable for illegal assembly. They'll also be liable for contempt of court, which is a pretty heavy crime that's punishable by time in jail. But again, this week the protest movement has largely been rational and peaceful, but some of the younger radicals I've been speaking to are agitating for some action. They're worried about this movement losing momentum. So the airport plan is their plan. How many people are still willing to take part in that sort of unauthorized movement is a crucial question, and we'll get an answer come tomorrow.
All right, many thanks for that. Wei Du speaking to us from Hong Kong.